Okay. Okay, hey y'all. Something we already knew. Anyway, ancient civilizations may have been more connected than previously thought. Anyway. Ancient civilizations could have benefited and at times suffered from belonging to an interconnected global economy, according to evidence presented in a newly published study. Seen here. It's gonna reload on me again. God damn it. Where'd it go? There it is. Here you go. You can get that in the article form or PDF or whatever. And it's froze up on me. Nah. Okay. Anyway. It went too far there. Okay. Jesus Christ. I hate this phone. The international team behind this research hoped that the work could help present-day society learn from the mistakes of early globalism. We already knew this, though. It hurts people more than it actually helps them. You know, it makes the rich richer and the poor poorer, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we know that already. But they're probably going to try to put in their global warming thing in this somewhere in that study, not in this article. Maybe a bit in this article, but anyway. It is sad, but an unavoidable fact that flourishing civilizations use up vast amounts of raw materials. See, there you go. Danger to the environment. Anyway, true, they do make a lot of crap we don't really need, don't they? Mm-hmm. Here, buy this. You need this, you have to have it, but you really don't. Anyway, and produced lots of waste. Prodigious. By observing the amount of waste produced by an ancient society, they can estimate the amount of energy used and attempt to track periods of growth, prosperity, and decline, much like, what am I saying? Much like today. Anyway. It was the approach used in this new study which attempted to determine whether civilizations ranging back 10,000 years were connected by a global economy. We already knew this because the evidence is freaking everywhere. Even here was, the worldwide, one world government, one world economy, global economy like we have today. This is not no new thing. As I've said before in other videos, if you check them out on the Ancient Discoveries playlist, Ancient Discoveries that could change history or whatever, and a couple of other videos on there too. Anyway, if this were the case, the fortunes of contemporary societies would be observed to rise and fall in tandem. It's known as synchrony. Like I said, that's what's happening today too. Joining an interdependent global network can bring significant benefits. Can include an increase in wealth from trade goods and other resources that allow society to increase its carrying capacity or maximum population beyond the limits of an isolated people. There again, they say we're overpopulated, but we're not. That's what they're saying right here. That we're not. That it actually helps the population grow, the global economy does. But anyway, what it's not saying here is who really benefits from this. It's not, small business people can benefit from it, but the most part it's these big businesses that do, because all their how that works. Y'all know, I'm just preaching to the choir here. It works like they own this company and this company and this company and this company. It's all a monopoly. Anyway, y'all know how it goes. However, it would also render the societies involved susceptible to the maladies of their partners. For example, open trade and movement of people can encourage the spread of disease. Yeah, there you go. And lead to detrimental changes to a nation's ecosystem and social system. There you go. that's present here. The stuff that they push on us. Uh, even not here online and here, it's the global network here, online and offline, but more online. It says the more tightly connected and interdependent we become, the more vulnerable we are to a major social ecological crisis in another country spreading to our country. You know how they push shit on the news. That's how that works. We all know that. Anyway. It says the more we are synced, the more we put all our eggs in one basket, the less adapted to unforeseen changes we become. Us, the people, not them. They know this shit, because like it says here, look back at history, I always say. There you go. It can be a good thing, but in the way they're using it, it's detrimental to our society, the way they're pushing this stuff on us every day. Shit we don't even need. We've all been guilty of buying crap we don't need, and try to do it less and less. I do myself now. Plus the cost of living going up, you gotta eat and stuff too, so there you go. Anyway, in the new study, researchers tracked the energy use of civilization spread across the world using radiocarbon dating, which is questionable anyway, and historical records. Energy in this case refers to biomass that was converted into working waste, and how they determined it using bones, charcoal, wood, fall seeds. They were able to provide energy use estimates for a diverse range of societies ranging from roughly 10,000 years in the past to 400 years ago. More recent historical records were used to provide a frame of reference, which, look at, anyway, I'm not even going to say. Anyway, it was discovered there were significant levels of long-term synchrony regarding the booms and busts of ancient civilizations. We already knew this. Look what's happening now. By design too, like I said, they know how this shit plays out. This suggests that there was a greater level of early globalization than had previously been believed. We knew that anyway. Us here that have researched this stuff already knew this. And the evidence is everywhere. Like I said, they hope the research will help modern-day policymakers learn the long-standing trends in globalization, including how past societies reacted to its positive and negative benefits or effects. It's like we said a lot. Can be a good thing, be a bad thing. Depends on how they play it out, push it. And the way they pushing it now, it's bad. Like the way it's doing our society. I could give examples, but you probably see them for yourselves there. How how they trying to do in these tribes in these remote places and stuff. But that's a bad thing, these changing these people's way of life and how they're living in harmony with the earth and everything. That's what we need to go back to, and they know it. Anyway, that's all for this. Read it here if you want there. I'll leave these links. See, sustainable societies. Anyway, which they know these kind of societies, the way they're pushing them, it's not good for any of us or them, the earth, in general. But like I saying, the global warming and climate change stuff, this stuff that's happening to the earth is natural, because of the sun's cycles and stuff, the solar minimum and everything. Keep that in mind as well, and be prepared and learn how to grow your own food and just take care of your own self, because, anyway, there'll be a time, you ain't gonna be able to call nobody to help you. You'll have to depend on your own self. Anyway, there you go. Just stuff to look at there if you want. We already knew this stuff, but anyway, take care. Have a great day. I'll see you. This will stop. Is it gonna stop? It's not letting me. There.